Hey guys, what's up? Hank Rothrock, academic instructional coach. Hope you guys are doing well. This is just a little behavior push. So this is what I think is really, really effective. It seems so simple, but it's this way of thinking, and that's praise the behavior that you want to see. You've probably heard that before, but like, what does that mean? So instead of saying, sit down, shut up, what are you doing? Like freaking out like that all the time. We've all been there. We've all done it. I've done it. Okay. I do it. I have to work on it. This is not a natural thing to say, come into a room and say, I see that Jay Sean's seated. I see that Sarah's seated and she's ready to go. The weird thing is, though, right, is when you do those things, when you praise the behavior you want to see and you do like three or four, right, just right in a row, you'll see kids start to shift, huh, and fall in line because kids, they want to be right. And as teachers, we're always correcting. So we kind of fall into this habit of doing this. But you don't have to do that because what's going to happen to you is, neurologically, you're constantly correcting people and you get exhausted, right? And it doesn't work, right? And the kids, even the kids that are doing it right, they hear negative, negative, negative. Even if they're sitting there ready to go, and I hear you saying, be quiet, sit down, I'm going to start to internalize that and I'm going to start to not like you. Even though I'm doing the right thing, I don't want to do the right thing for you anymore. So really consider this. It's one of those things, it's like, oh, yeah, I know that. But it's a hard change. It's a hard shift in thinking. You got to be active in it. I've been doing it for years, and I have to actively remind myself to do it. Quick story: there was a teacher I was coaching, and she was struggling. I came into the room, and she was yelling. She was saying, "Sit down! You need to sit down." The kids were standing up. She couldn't get any kind of order. They were laughing at her, and in front of all the kids, I walk up and I whisper in her ear. They all see me do this, and I'm like, "All you're doing is correct. Why don't you just try to praise try to praise the kids, because I see like seven kids here doing the right thing, just waiting patiently, and you're going to lose them. So why don't you try to praise what they're doing?" To her credit, in the midst of that chaos, she did it, right? She didn't say, "Get out of here, what are you doing?" She started praising. Thank you for waiting. I see that you're seated and waiting patiently. I really appreciate that. Then she went to the next one, and it was genuine. It wasn't like, that's why I put this quote up here. Don't use false praise. Praise behavior you actually want to see, right? So she praised him and she went overboard. She did all seven, and she did some kid that was like, he was standing, but he was being quiet standing. Hey, at least you're quiet. And she was praising that. And it was one of those things as a coach where you get tingly. It's like, whoo, it was like magical. Like the kids started to sit down, and like this magical moment happened, and they sat down. And, I've experienced it as a teacher, but like to coach someone and then they did it and then it worked. It was amazing. And then I came in the next day and she was yelling again. So, 2 points of that story: it works. You got to do it. You got to hang with it. But also, if you stop doing it, it stops working. If you try it one time and it doesn't work, you need to try it about 30 times. Give it a month, right? Kind of build that habit in yourself, and then you can do it. So praise the behavior that you want to see. I've attached an article as well on the Google slide for this, and it's got like 30 years of science behind it. That it's a positive behavior system, right? But it also just, I personally know it works. I personally do it, and it's like it also builds relationships with kids. It seems so simple, but it's really, really crucial, and it can really change the game for you. So I hope that helps, and I hope we're praising in our classrooms. I know we're going to start NTI, so we might hang with this one for a while, and keep praising. Like kids probably need praise as they're sitting at home and by themselves, and they need some interaction. So when a kid turns off their mic, praise that they've turned their mic off, right? Don't necessarily just say, "Can friends, I need you guys to turn mics off." Okay, okay. You can say that as the direction. Make sure your mic's turned off, but then praise the ones that have their mic off. See what happens, right? I'm not saying nothing is 100%. Okay, you're always going to have those kids that just want the attention. Try to get them to get positive attention, right? And try to see that I see the good in you. Go for it. Go forth and conquer. Thank you.